Welcome back to A2SportsMedia predictions. This week we have Tampa Bay and Kansas City in Super Bowl 55 this Sunday at 6:30. We got both teams coming off really impressive wins 2 weeks ago in their respective championship games, and got Mahomes Brady meeting for the first time in the Super Bowl.
Brady is traveling to his, what is it? How many Super Bowls has he been in?
10?
Is this 11 now?
11.
Yeah, this is 10 and 11, I think.
His first one with a team besides the Patriots. Pretty impressive in his first year off the Patriots. Some people thought he wasn't going to be able to do it. The Buccaneers had a good sporting cast, but their defense wasn't all that great, and people are really impressed that he was able to take them all the way to the Super Bowl. Some would say that it even cemented his greatest of all time status.
Yeah, which has already been cemented.
Yeah,
legacy.
Not when you cheat.
Won a bit of a controversial game against the Packers. The controversy was a little, maybe not there, but Packers fans will claim that the pass interference calls weren't made both ways, especially the one at the end there.
Packers fans finally understand what it feels to be a regular NFL fan after not getting the calls.
A regular season game versus the playoffs is not really
okay, but the Packers are always going to get the calls.
Tom Brady's going to get the calls.
Tom Brady doesn't get the calls.
Those were basic calls. You can always make those calls. I don't think it's super controversial. I think that the Buccaneers deserve to win that game.
And then in terms of the Chiefs game, another good game, but Chiefs just outlasted the Bills.
They got Mahomes for the whole game, and that really see how good that he can make that team.
Yep.
Especially after that close win against the Browns, where Mahomes was out at the end, and then he just comes back with a big win against the Bills.
Yep. Mahomes will be looking to. Wait, so he won Super Bowl MVP last year, right?
Yeah, he did.
So he's definitely looking to secure 2 Super Bowl MVPs back to back. And yeah, I think the Chiefs obviously have an incredibly powerful offense. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Both offenses are really good. Yeah. It's going to be a quarterback duel. Both quarterbacks have good targets. Chiefs probably have, or Patrick Mahomes probably has a few better targets in Tyreek Hill. But
Kelsey, yeah. But like
that was Kelsey.
While these offenses are really rolling, I think what sets them apart from the rest of the teams is their defenses are playing really well recently, especially Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they played really well against the Packers. Aaron Rodgers could not figure it out.
Regular season, they were not playing well.
Yeah.
And the playoffs, they've really stepped it up.
One against the Packers, Tom Brady had a horrible game. He had 3 interceptions. He was his completion percentage was not very good.
Yeah.
Saved by his defense. So yet again.
Okay.
What? Super Bowl, what was it against the Seahawks? Saved by his defense. So, but
Well, yeah. The thing is,
saved by.
You saved by Pete Carroll's time.
Tom Brady's stats, it doesn't really matter what his stats are. He always finds a way to win the game. So,
does that mean he find a way to win the game?
I mean, he just clutch when it matters.
He's just a winner. Yeah.
He didn't do any. He threw picks at the end of the game, though.
He still won.
He won the last drive to secure. He led the last little drive to get the first downs and all that. It's pretty clutch. You just know when you're that's why the Packers should have. Some people would say the Packers should have gone for it, because you just know if you're giving the ball back to Tom Brady, he's going to finish the game out.
I think the biggest thing is, how are you not going to go for it on 4th down with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. At the time.
But you need to touchdown.
I think if it's anyone other than Tom Brady, I think that's a decent decision. But.
I mean, you need a touchdown regardless, and you have Aaron Rodgers, who's been playing. He's been the best quarterback in football this year.
Yeah, but fourth and 8, I feel like taking a field goal and giving yourself another shot at it.
But you have to score a touchdown regardless. So why not just?
It's 4th and 8. It's not an easy down. So.
But you have to score a touchdown anyways, so you might as well just.
I mean, I agree. I don't think the decision because Tom Brady was going to get the ball back, and he's not going to mess that up.
He got the ball back regardless.
Well, yeah.
But like,
Yeah, we got
regardless of
one.
what happens, you're giving him the
Yeah.
ball back.
Right,
So
but I
Yeah,
mean,
we can all
leading a touchdown drive is a lot different from just leading a drive to finish the game out. Obviously, Tom Brady's good at both. But
We can all agree that looking back at it, I know it was an awful play call, but yeah.
I don't know.
All right. And then Devin White's really playing well, stepping.
Murphy
Really?
Bunting too. One of their corners, she's been playing pretty well.
Yeah,
Although
Carlton
he did that
Davis.
questionable pass interference.
And for Kansas City, I think their defensive linemen really have to step up. They got two really good edge rushers or defensive linemen, Chris Jones and Frank Clark, who've got to step it up against the Buccaneers, who have a pretty good offensive line.
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they need to get to Tom Brady. If Tom Brady's just sitting back there, able to take his
Yeah.
time.
You
It's
saw
not
what
gonna be-
happened when he played against the Saints on Monday night.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember what it was, but they just got to him, and he can't really. He's 43. I mean, like, what do you want him to do? He's a pocket guy, so he needs to have a good pocket. If you make him uncomfortable, I mean, the Packers did it a couple drives, and look what happened. So
Yeah.
if they can force turnovers, this will be. I mean, I think if they do what the Saints did, it'll be a blowout. But you probably won't be able to do that consistently against this O line. So
Yeah, and we've seen like in the past couple of games with Brady, he has time in the pocket, but he's making he's making bad throws a lot.
Yeah, he's missing throws
Yeah.
really badly sometimes.
So he's really got to. I mean, if he wants to win this game, he's got to limit those a lot because the Chiefs are going to get you.
Yeah, and
over
you
these
can't
games.
turn the ball over against the Chiefs because that's just you're giving them free points. Against the Packers, you would think it would be free points, but
yeah, he can't play like he did against the Packers because the game's just going to get out of hand, and it's not going to be much of a game at the end.
Yeah, they can't rely on their even though their defense is playing so well.
Yeah,
you can't rely on your
weapons. I mean, like if you watch the Buffalo game and like other Chiefs games, like it almost seems like they're just wide open every time, and it's because they have so many weapons that you can't just like.
Yeah, they have a great scheme. Andy Reid's a great coach, and
like you can't play man because then they go over top, and then when you play zone, they just ain't it up down the field.
Play.
Yeah, Kelsey's always open.
So,
they can do it. They can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, they can. So you just have to be able to match their points. You can't give them free ones.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we think about score predictions? Who's gonna win?
I think the Chiefs gonna win another Super Bowl back to back. I think Andy Reid's gonna have them ready. They had a great run last year. They have an experienced team, knows how to win, and just their offense is just too overpowered. So I think Chiefs are gonna win this game. Like 42. I'll say 42-35.
Yeah, I'm excited to see an exciting game between these guys. I think, the Chiefs heavily favored, but I think Tom Brady is going to get another Super Bowl. It's going to be really close, 31-30.
I think if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, you can't even begin to argue that he's not the GOAT. Like it's not even a discussion anymore.
Yeah.
But like if you have so many of those scandals, then how can you
that's beside the point.
How can you credit him though?
That's not beside the point. I mean, he's not winning. He didn't win. What is it now? 6, 7 Super Bowls just from that. Like he's not winning those just because of one Deflategate scandal. He's not winning that.
He won like 3.
Definitely not. That's definitely an exaggeration.
There was the
Deflategate. I mean, James, the cheating hasn't been like that massive where it's like guaranteed winning you games. Like if it had been, he'd have his Super Bowls taken away from him. So.
Yeah, and like about the Deflate game, even though they did like destroy the Colts, but like even if they didn't deflate the balls, I think they would have still won.
I mean, but you don't know that. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, that's one. That's one Super. That's one. It's one.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Did
I
they
think
even win the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Yeah, they probably did. But I mean.
Yeah, that was the Seahawks, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, wait. Was it? What year was that?
Must have been.
2012.
I don't know. All right, James, predictions.
Oh, these are like my two least favorite teams in the NFL, so I don't want to choose one of them. But if I had to, I'd go with the Chiefs. Just not because I like them anymore, but just because, like if you watch them play, again, they always have guys open. You just cannot stop their offense. Like I actually wonder how many times they punted the ball this year, And like while I do think like compared to last year, Patrick Mahomes has not been playing as well as he did last year. I mean, he's still unbelievable, but like, I would guess that he'll come to play this game because he's been like iffy in some of the games.
Yeah, he's
like,
been banged up.
Yeah, and he has a week to get healthy.
Yeah, I mean, like
I think he's good.
And he like I saw this one stat. I mean, I don't really know why this is a stat, but he's got like the most dropped picks in the NFL. So that you can't like give teams even that opportunity.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. I think a big part of this game is just who turns the ball over more. Like whichever team limits their turnovers, give themselves a huge advantage just because how powerful these offenses are. So.
Yeah, we really saw that in the Saints game with the Buccaneers. The Saints really turned it over a bunch.
Yeah, turned it over a ton.
And they would have won that game without that easily.
Yeah, because they won their previous 2 times against the Bucs.
Yeah, but
so
I think the Chiefs are going to win though. I just I don't. You can't stop their offense. Their defense, like while it's been somewhat inconsistent recently, they've been playing really well, and they have the speed to match the receivers, and they have the line. They have the potential for their line to match the O line, but I think a lot of it depends on just getting to Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. The Buccaneers just don't have the receivers that the Chiefs do. So.
Well, I mean, they almost have
they can. They're able to.
I mean, yeah, but like their receivers have bad games. Like they're just kind of inconsistent.
Yeah, like Godwin will have.
Had a really bad game, and Evans sometimes like you don't even notice on the field.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like they definitely are capable of.
Isn't Antonio Brown playing?
I probably. I actually want to check that.
Yeah, that'll be big. That'll be really big if he's back.
Yeah.
They got Scotty Miller.
Still not ready to go ahead of Super Bowl, is what it says right now.
Oh, okay.
So I would expect him to end up playing, but
he might be limited.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big of a difference he really makes, to be completely honest. I mean, like,
well, he's like that. He's like a good possession guy.
Yeah,
he really is. But like, he hasn't really. Obviously, he's had a lot happen, and like, he probably isn't in like the best shape that he's been in his life and stuff like that. But he hasn't been that player that he used to be.
He's experienced though, and him and Tom Brady have like a good connection. So like, it's a good option for Brady to like.
Yeah, no, obviously
look for
threat, but like I think them losing like Evans or Godwin would be bigger than it would be losing Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below who you think is going to win the Super Bowl.